Hi everyone, hi Michelle. Post day 6 and 7 video, I just wanted to respond. The question was, what does home mean to you? And I found that I think that's been my discovery, my biggest discovery over about the last 15 years of travelling. I can answer that question immediately. Home is literally where I am in that moment as long as I'm happy. You know, like I've lived in some very strange places in the world. I've spent time living with next to nothing. I spend time now living with everything that I could really dream of. I'm about to go and change all that and live back in the UK amongst all of this unknown and all this change. And you know what, guys? It doesn't throw me at all. I am very aware that as an individual and as a group, we can all create what we want to out of this situation. We're creating every single day. It just literally depends on your attitude towards that. And I think, in a way, it's good that the UK have got this push to change. Because I personally, I would have voted Remain probably. But when I see how many people would vote Leave, all that says to me is that, okay, we need to unite. You know, that is a divided country, 50-50 pretty much, either way. Any way you look at it, change needs to happen. I can't ignore the needs of 50% of my fellow countrymen, whether I live there or not. I can't ignore that, you know? And the people who have voted to leave are people who have lived and worked through the last 40 years in the EU. The people who voted to stay, the majority of them were the people that's grown up within the EU, okay? So that automatically gives you different biases, different viewpoints, sense of comforts. You know, there's a lot of issues. It's not clear straight down the line. I saw a post on Facebook, someone saying, you know, this was too big an issue to give out to Joe Public, like we're all a bunch of muppets. And I'm not saying we're all highly intelligent. I'm not saying we shouldn't have been given more guidance, more leadership for sure. But again, that to me is like, okay, good, time to change. You know, I don't believe in David Cameron. I don't really believe in the Conservative Party at all. I've never really liked their principles. I believe this is an opportunity to really shake it up. Now, up to us as to whether or not we really want to take this opportunity and go for it, or whether we want to just go, oh God, well, can we still keep this? Can we still keep that? Can we still have this? Can we still have that? It's negatively going to affect some parts of the country. It's positively going to affect other parts of the country. But overall, it just depends on how far we want to take this, in my opinion. You know, it's how much, it's down to us as what we want to create, how much we want to be able to stick back into our country. There's lots of positives I can think of, but I mean, you know, I'm not a politician. There's a lot of negatives I can think of, but I'm not going to spend my time worrying about it. It is what it is. And when I go home to where, you know, a lot of my heart is in England, because I am British, I grew up with very quintessentially English background in terms of my family from the north of England and my family from the south of England, all middle class, all, well, working to middle class. So I haven't come from money at all. Sorry this video is so wobbly. I'm, you know, just resting my hand on my thing just to make it quick. Anyway, I just wanted to say that home is most definitely where your heart is. I've lived on beaches in hammocks, and I've lived there for 6, 7, 8 weeks. And then suddenly one day I've woken up and I'm like, you know what? I need to move on. And I go. I've lived and worked in different countries for years. And then suddenly there comes a time when you're like, you know what? I need to go. My heart most firmly remains within me and in my chest, within my soul that begins to guide me on my next adventure, my next challenge, my next look, by seeking for variety, you know. I'm looking for variety in my life. I know how much that gives me in terms of cultural experience, in terms of economic experience, the ability to take risks in my business, to go for it headlong as much as I can, you know, within the constraints of normal life. So I kind of want to urge all my fellow countrymen to, okay, you don't have to agree with this vote. You don't have to be one of the people that are going, yay. You just have to be one of the people that go, all right, fine, best foot forward, cracking on, stiff upper lip, old chap, and all that sort of stuff, all right? Because that's what we are. That is what the British are. Whether you've got the strength of the Scottish, whether you've got the humour and the candour of the Welsh, or whether you've got the balls of the British, if I'm honest. I think we can do this. I think we just need to be led by someone who can really lead. I think that's what we've been lacking in the last few governments that we've had. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that someone somewhere comes out of the woodwork and really knows how to inspire our country and to lead our country and to make this the best decision that we could have made so that we can make Great Britain great again and not keep falling back on this horrible little term of Little England, okay? I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody else says about their home and how they depict their idea of home. Mine, for me, is exactly where I'm happy in that moment. Right now, it's here in Thailand, but in a month's time, it'll be in England because I'll be well happy to go home and see my friends and see my family. And it's going to be hard, and the change that we were set to make has now become even less certain than it was when we first decided to do it. But hey, everything happens for a reason. It's only challenging. Hashtag for me now is bringing the happiness home. Like that one? All right, guys, have a lovely Sunday, Saturday, wherever it is. Love you loads.